big cheers here from the audience. Jaedong fans really screaming out there. Okay, so we are going right into game 3 here. Jaedong in the upper left, Last in the bottom left. And Jaedong's Overlord is scouting in a direction where he will find Last right away.
Yeah, and already a little bit interesting as well, just because this is not the pattern that you normally scout with the Overlord. You normally send it into the clockwise way, and normally Terran will scout counterclockwise here. So there's a good chance that Last won't scout Jaedong until really late.
Yeah, so the reason why you'd want to scout clockwise, generally speaking, is because you would get over their expansion where you could position the Overlord nicely, and you would it's safer, right, than if you scout counterclockwise. Even if you fly into the main, the Terran could run out there with Marines and kill it.
Yeah.
But players are so good at this point in time in StarCraft, they'll run out, find where your Overlord is based off that scouting pattern, and then turn around. And by the way, this is a very quick pool.
This is a 9 pool coming out of Jaedong right now. Not with a gas, but with just the Lings. Definitely looking to put on some early pressure here against Last.
Well, here's the thing, is because of the weird scouting pattern, Last might find Jaedong a little bit too late, and suddenly these Lings are doing way too much damage, and there's just not that much that Last can do.
Yeah, and not just that, Last is going for a 1-1-1 build, teching up extremely quickly. The 9 pool, if controlled well, can sometimes just kill this straight up, because the Zerglings will be there way before your factory is done.
Okay, there's no scout just yet. Jaedong actually going to send the drone out here. When the drone gets to the top right and the Overlord gets to the bottom left, you know no matter what where they are, because even if you don't see them, obviously the only other location they can be in is that bottom right location. And this rush is about to commence here. Now, Terran tends to scout late with this, and there's of course risk involved with that.
Oh my gosh.
But it's not normal for Zergs to rush this early.
Oh, he's going in the wrong direction, Tasteless.
He's going to the right. Oh my God.
This is bad news right now for Last.
This means that Last is not going to know that these Zerglings are here until the very, very last moment. Now, Zerglings against just Marines and a few SCVs, the Zerglings are generally favored.
No. Okay.
One SCV here to spot.
Yeah, that SCV was specifically to look out for a Zergling rush. Here it comes. A lot of SCVs coming to the ramp. Let's see what this micro is. Oh, Jaedong gets by with a few Lings.
But one Marine does go down. The Lings have now been able to run by. They can try to target the next Marine before the SCVs can cover it.
Oh, Jaedong picks off the next Marine. Already fantastic damage out of these Zerglings. A lot of SCVs off the line trying to chase them back.
Now, you can do a lot with a little here. Even though the Zerglings can't kill everything, it's stopping all these SCVs from mining. The Marines alone cannot fight Lings in these numbers. And behind this, Jaedong is making a ton of drones.
Oh, this is just really bad for Last right now. Jaedong definitely got some damage done. It wasn't game-ending by any means, but killing Marines, forcing that many out, making him lose mining time, this slows Last down a lot.
Creep colony now being started over here. He'll be making that into a sunken a little bit. This SCV barely alive, still trying to scout what Jaedong's up to. And from here, Jaedong basically has a little bit of a tempo edge here. He got his drones up. He certainly slowed down production there. So many SCVs being used to mine.
Now Last finally making this command center. This is a lot later than you normally will make it with this. Jaedong already safe against a Vulture with that sunken colony up. Going into 3 hatch play. Getting bigger and bigger. Now we get to see how Last wants to approach this game.
That's right. Last is at least now getting to what he wants to do. He's now going to throw down that starport. Let's see if we see a second one that will come down here. Keep in mind that the Zerg's lair was delayed a little bit there because of that rush, but overall income, Jaedong probably pretty comfortable right now.
Yeah, he's really starting to get his drone count going. The fact that he has the 3 hatches is really nice. He slowed everything down for Last with that rush.
Whoa.
And a Hydralisk den. He doesn't even have a lair.
Dude, he's so good at prepping for best of 5s and best of 7s. So the Hydralisk rush is very rare and doesn't really allow for a plan B unless you're sulky in that one game that we saw that didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So, that's a great catch.
That is, in fact, a great catch right there. The Vulture will eventually kill all these Zerglings, But you know what? They killed another Marine. They're getting a bit of a scout on. Oh, even putting some damage on that Vulture as well.
So these Hydras are going to come up here. Now there's Lings here as well. Now Ling speeds out here. He wants to try to get a surround on that Vulture. Oh, he's close, he's close, he's close.
Oh my gosh, can he actually get this Vulture? That would be huge. 3 Vultures out now. He might want to turn around. This is getting really dangerous.
Yep, this is beginning to hurt here. Last really reacting very well. Now the Hydras have not been revealed yet. So right now, a lot of Terran players might be suspecting that there's Mutalisks that are eventually going to be on the way. Or at the bare minimum, Lurkers. Nothing could be more different here. These Hydras can hit at a specific moment when Terran really just doesn't have anything. Okay, the bunker finishes. That's very important.
Oh, he picks off one of the Vultures. The Lings are taking a little bit of damage here as well. Speed's done for the Vultures, so they're starting to chase him down, but down come the Hydras. Okay, Last has to play so defensively from here. He has to be ready to repair that bunker immediately.
Okay, the Hydras are coming up now. Now, Last knows exactly what's going on. When he saw those Hydras in that position like that, he knows an attack is imminent.
Yeah.
Again, guys, if this attack doesn't work for Jaedong, it's pretty much GG.
It's going to be very tough to try to get a plan B. As you said before, Tasteless, he's repairing everything he has, starting to scout with this Wraith as well. Last is starting to stabilize. Let's see what Jaedong's plan is, though.
Okay, the Wraith is coming through, doing a little bit of scouting. And I mean, this is, I don't know. I mean, there's just not a ton that can be done. 2 bunkers with some Vultures, SCVs over by those bunkers.
Yeah,
the odds of you breaking that are just very, very low. Oh, by the way, these Vultures actually running by. They could try to go over to where Last main is and even try to run by and hit drones in there.
It looks like some Hydra's going to try to intercept them a little bit.
Sick.
Yeah, the mines are out at this point. Running by, we'll see if they get any actual damage on it. I don't think they will be able to. Wow, a lot of units coming in, trying to surround. Vultures not quite getting as much done as they wanted, but even just keeping tabs on where the army is can be useful right now.
Okay, we're getting to the boiling point here. Jaedong is going to have to try to attack in. We have another depot going down here to try to make a wall in, and that attack is happening right now.
Oh, he's going for it, trying to surround. The SCV block is magnificent. Jaedong getting on top of these bunkers. The Siege Tank trying to do damage. He breaks through one. Will he break through the other?
He continues to hit. This bunker's still just barely alive. It looks like it will finally be taken out. It goes down. The Vultures come back in to help out. 3 Hydras still remaining as the tank is put onto the high ground.
So few units left over here for Last. The Lings trying to get up this ramp. Great SCV block, and now he's really glitching out these Zerglings. The Zerglings start to break through, and Jaedong will kill the tank.
He goes up onto the high ground. Still one more tank remaining. Last is barely hanging on. A stream of Lings headed here towards the south. If Last cannot control his ramp, he will lose this game.
You are completely right about that. With this many Zerglings coming up, it is going to be tough for Last. He's trying to hold position. The Lings starting to get in here, getting on top of that siege tank with only 1 barracks to supply Marines. This is getting tougher and tougher for Last.
1 Vulture out right now. Keep in mind, he can repair this tank and Vulture. SCVs are still being pulled away. Again, Zerg has no tech. Zerg needs to try to break this. The layer is now starting as a possible kind of crappy plan B here. But for now, Last has no control of his low ground.
No, this has gone very poorly for Last for the last minute or so. He's taken a ton of damage. Even the Wraith falls, which means no more scouting for Last. Jaedong, in the meantime, I mean, he's still got his 3 hatches, his 2 bases fully mining. The lair is on the way. We could even see him going to Mutalisks from here.
We absolutely could. I mean, he's killed enough SCVs that the threat is real. A 3rd base is going to be planted over here in the upper right, something Last is going to have to figure out once he can stand on his own 2 feet.
Now, you look at what Last has here, it's really not much. He's laying a lot of spider mines. Okay, that's good, that's cool. He has a siege tank on high ground. Yeah, it looks like he's probably not going to die right away.
Oh, these mines are excellent.
Yeah.
You can see the Hydras trying to come forward here. They're taking out some of these Vultures, but a siege tank on a ledge, I mean, that's so difficult to break with Hydras.
A little mine glitching out there. You're really right. Like, to break through right now, he really needs a hugely overwhelming amount of units, but just keeping pressure on and keeping him defending like this is going to make those Mutalisks twice as deadly.
That's right. Well, it just seems like Last doesn't realize that Jaedong managed to slip some tech in here. In fact, he's going to send this back to try to fight the dropship. The last thing Jaedong wants is for the lair and the spire to be seen.
All right, this drop coming in. He wants to make sure he doesn't kill any drones as well. A Vulture comes out.
Okay.
Doesn't find any damage.
Okay, this is great. Time is on Jaedong's side. The dropship is still looking for a place to land, and there's no confirmation here for Last that this Mutalisk rush is about to get underway.
Yeah, and he does have a couple vessels, so Irradiate will be a little bit of a problem, but Jaedong may be able to bring in some Scourge to pick off those vessels, and we have not seen a single missile turret as of yet.
That's right. It's as if Last believes that it's still just Mass Hydra Ling. Maybe he believes that there's some kind of lurker tech going on behind this. But yeah, this is going to be tricky here. We see these SCVs continuing to mine. I don't know if Irradiate's there yet, but
he's getting Irradiate right now.
Okay.
I don't know how long it is from it being there. But if you don't have any missile turrets, the Mutas can run rampant. He might be able to chase down and kill those vessels.
Think of how long Last has been lasting on without additional barracks over here. I mean, there's not going to be a lot of Marines. Stim Marine is kind of the counter, the thing that can actually fight Mutalisks. If you have enough of them. If you don't, then the Mutalisks just easily counter the Marines.
I got bad news for you, Tasteless, because his academy's not even done yet. Here come the Mutalisks now. Even two Irradiates and this Marine force should not be able to stop these
And it
Mutas.
looks like he might gather up here in the front. He spots the dropship. The dropship goes down. One Irradiate thrown on top of the Mutas. The Scourge coming forward.
Oh!
So far, Last control has been excellent.
Yeah, some great Irradiates, no doubt about that. And in fact, another one comes down. The Mutas find the only missile turret and get on top of it.
Oh my God, they're all so low.
This,
He could be,
oh.
I don't know if there's anything that Jaedong can do now. Last handled that so insanely perfectly.
Well, you're certainly right. He handled that very well. I was very skeptical that he was going to be able to do this and just deflect those Mutas so easily. But right now, Jaedong getting back into mass units. He's making Lings. He's making Hydras. And those are things that vessels aren't quite as good against.
Yes, this is an odd moment. Ling Hydra is not the composition that you want as a Zerg player against Terran. Ling Lurker, that's another story. But Ling Hydra, and it seems like Jaedong, after his rush failed, he's been put in a bad position. He's just trying to capitalize on the tech that he actually has. He's going to try to attack in here once more.
Oh, there's a bunker there and two tanks with siege mode. I don't know if this is going to end up working. Jaedong pushing forward right now, trying to get that damage done, but it seems like he's not going to break him.
He's just trying to come in here and smash through. One tank goes down. SCV's completely surrounding the bunker. The bunker does go down.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. He's killed a couple vessels as well. Another vessel might fall. Yes, it does. Jaedong finding value where there's none to be had.
I think Last made a mistake back there. I think he stopped repairing that bunker for a few seconds. And then that allowed the Hydras to actually target it down. And now Last defense is looking pretty flimsy.
Oh, getting in on top of these Marine Medic. Okay, finally Last clears up the rest of the attack. I think Jaedong is done attacking for a moment at least. He needs to rebuild his army some. He reduced the vessel count, that's very important. But right now, Last with +1, Stim, Medics, Marines, Siege Tank, Siege Mode, Irradiate. It is looking good.
Yeah, he's gotten to where he needs to be. And now Terran can actually come out on the map and start to pick a fight. These Scourge are going down, and this means the push is real. GG, Jaedong taps out, and Last is 3-0 in this best of 7.
Well, it's starting to look a little bit